Hi guys, so today I'm in Drinagh, County Wexford, and this little stile is at the side of a road, and when we go up and over we will find a beautiful little graveyard. Right, so we've just got over that little stile, and if you can see it, there is the entrance to this beautiful little hidden graveyard. And we're amongst beautiful scenery once again, and way off out in the distance there you can see the sea, but there's the little gateway. So we walk on across the field and see what we can read when we get in. We're kind of blessed here that the rain has passed, and I hope it stays that way. I have the welly boots on and the raincoat, so I'm prepared this time. But yeah, I can see some headstones in here, so I hope this is going to be a bit easier to read than most of the ones that are hidden away. I haven't been here before, so it's all quite new to me. I don't know the name of the graveyard itself, other than the location is Drinagh, and it looks like as well we have possibly ruins of a church in here as well. So we have the old iron gate, and obviously this place is very much overgrown, but we'll take our time and see what we can read. And we see this gorgeous iron memorial, and nothing on it. Unfortunately, they don't seem to hold up well. We've just a cross here on it, like a cement block maybe, but I do notice now that going around that there is some burial mounds, so be careful where we're walking. This is Nicholas Walsh, who died the 12th of January 18 or maybe 1906, aged 18, and his brother Anthony, November the 20th 1922, aged just 30. So that cross is right at the edge of the cemetery. And we have quite a few of those iron markers. Now if I keep going to my left, we see this beautiful white one, and it says Lil Murphy, Drinagh, 1915 to 1934. And it's clear that someone has been here recently enough, because there was fresh flowers left for Lil. We've some more in there, but you can just get an idea there that it is quite overgrown. This is in memory of Mary O'Connor, age 73. I don't see, there is a date actually, 1905. Rest in peace to Mary. And behind Mary is this huge headstone, and if I can get in around it and see if we can read it at all. And unfortunately it looks like it's going to be, it does say Ellen Walsh, who died 1922, aged, I think that's 61 maybe, 1922 there anyway. And also her daughter, 1909, aged, that looks like just 15 years old, and that has a beautiful dove on it, and you can see the lichen there all over it, and at the top it says erected by Lawrence Walsh. So we have behind here this area that it doesn't seem like there's anything in it, but it looks like it has sunken down over time. And the strange thing of this, you know, the ruins of this church, is that it looks like it was recently plastered, so that is quite strange in itself. And just here to the side we have this one that has broken down, and somebody has tried to replaced the top part of it, and it looks like Robert Walsh, aged, and it looks like 9 months. 1903, 24th. Isn't that a terrible pity to see it like that? Just a little baby. So as I said, this place is not the easiest to find. I was literally driving along the road and noticed the little gate in the stile there as well. And there was actually somebody on Facebook that had showed it to me. Catherine Cod. I'm not sure whether that's 18. It looks like maybe 1906. Rest in peace, Catherine. And we have another one just here. And it looks like Charlotte Scallon. She was 42 and she died in 1906. And there's the side of the church there. That to me looks like it could be a burial mound. So I'm just watching where I walk. We have this big white headstone here. And it says, erected in memory of Christina Furlong, 1899, aged 36. Also her 2 infant children, Philip and Elizabeth. Also to commemorate the Doyle family, the Cod family and the Hutchinson family interred in this vicinity. So that leads me to believe that they're not sure whereabouts in here the Doyle, Cods and Hutchinsons are. But it's nice that they were remembered on that headstone. So we'll pass the gate here again, and I'm going to bring you down along this area. We have another one here, 1903, Penella Murner. So erected by Penella in memory of her son James, 1867, aged just 23, and also of Peter Murner, who died in 1877, aged 30, and 2 daughters who died young. Also to be above, Penella herself. She was 88 when she died in 1903. We have this little cross here, and it's Kathleen Mary Burke, who died 1906, and Richard Joseph Burke, who died, I think it's 1906. That could be 1806 or 19. It's very hard. I think it's 1906 and 1907, alright. So we have one here on the ground. It's Johanna Scallon, and there's a 1906 on that one. Unfortunately, that has completely fallen over, and this one is leaning forward as well, in loving memory of Catherine Crosby, 1908, aged 49, her husband Patrick, 1925, aged 77, their son-in-law James, it looks like 1929, aged 45. And you can see this is very much in the middle of woods, and you can see the lovely autumn colours now starting to show here in Ireland. I mean, this place is absolutely gorgeous. And look at this one. This is on the ground, and it's obviously come away from that top part, and you can see here just the hands and a cross. I can see Marlowe there, 1913, age 78, but a beautiful headstone, absolutely gorgeous. You can see the flowers and all on that headstone, and ivy. Then, as I said, the hands. So that brings us along here, and you can see we have a few more, or a lot more headstones, and even down at the very back I now see a tomb. But we're going to read a few more. These ones look like we could read them easier. Elizabeth Byrne, Not sure of the date. It's completely covered in moss. It looks like 1813 maybe. And the age then is there. And it looks like 25, I'd imagine. One beside it. Catherine Scallon. 1898, age 22. Also her father James, he was 70 when he died in 1918. And also her mother Anastasia, 1919, aged 85. And we have a very large one just here. I'm going to see if I can get closer to it. I don't want to walk on any graves. His wife, Elizabeth Roach. She was 67 when she died. Her father is there as well. 1836. And then there's a few more names on that one. And then we've a tiny little one here. I'll try and reach over. Mary Hayes, it looks like. Mary Hayes, Drinagh, 1922, aged 56. And that one, just there you can see, has lost the top of it. There's one behind it that I'm going to try and get around to actually. There's that one there, but I want to see this one first. Now, 1793, just there. The age is 63. You see the 1793. Here lieth the body of Thomas Cairn, it looks like, or Keane maybe. His age is gone. There's something there maybe. That's the date. I'm not quite sure. Also, his wife. That looks like Anastasia. Kearney is the name. I can just see it there now. Who died, who departed this life. And that's 1793, age 63 years. This one is huge. It's really thick headstone. 1802, age 37. Here lies the body of William Cairn, departed this life March the 14th, 1802, age 37. We have another one there that's broken, unfortunately. And we've this one. Now this one has beautiful designs. I hope you can see that. Now, erected by Patrick Myler. Memory of his father James. And he died March the 12th, 1845, aged 80. Also his mother Catherine. She died 1846, aged 82. Also his brother John, 1867, aged 67. And also his wife Mary. And she died in 1868, looks like age 77. And the aforesaid Patrick, so Patrick himself, 1878, aged 81. Beside him there, we have more Mylers. It looks like Margaret. And it's 1801, I think, on that one there. So I'm going to try go along the ruins themselves. I do see a few markers along here as well. You can see there's a doorway, and I'm just trying to get around and see a tombstone. But before I bring you in, look at this. This would have been a fabulous monument, and somebody obviously has put in a fresh plaque on it. And it's Frank Neville. He died in 1856, age 66. And his wife Annie, or no, Annette is, sorry, 1868, age 70. And their son John, age 20. And their son James, 1898, age 67. And you can see that at some stage that would have been I'd imagine the top of that. And then we have this one right beside it, so maybe this was part of it. And it's erected by James Neville, Drinagh, 1877. Here lies the body of Anne Devereux, died February 1811 it looks like, but it could be 1841 either. And it looks like she was only 18 when she died, and her brother James, who died young. And then beside the Devereuxes we have Edward Marshall, 1899, aged 49. And look at that one there with the moss completely covering it. We have a tomb here. We have some markers. And these headstones are completely falling over. But I'd like to see if we can read them. Here lieth the body of James. Could be Grofby or Grofby it looks like. March looks like 1840 maybe. The rest is very hard to read on that one, but that one has the sun there, and that has actually gone. You can't see that one, but lovely designs on that one as well. And the one beside it then, well, here lieth the body of, is it Crosby maybe, or Crotsby? Very hard to read. We've 17, that looks like 1722. Wow. The age is gone, and the rest of it all. There's an 82-year-old's there. I just can't get in far enough to read it, but that is definitely, I hope you can see that, 1722, guys. Just there. And this tomb then, it's all broken away. There is writing there, and I'm sure it says, "May they rest in peace." And look at that doorway. Amazing. Pierce Row it looks like. So erected by Pierce, memory of his mother. May 1816, aged 56. And that would have been absolutely gorgeous as well. See Jesus on the cross there. It says Gloria there. And more, we've the moon there actually. Absolutely gorgeous. And look at that. That looks like a face. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. And actually we have, that looks like an old nail there. And one there as well, and one on the other side. So when we walk on in, just look what we have in here. This is probably the nicest ruins that I've ever come across. The window there is bricked up. We have a headstone in here, 1804 on it, Spencer. Here lieth the body of John Spencer, who departed this life the 18th of September 1804, aged 47, and also the body of Dorothy Spencer, alias Dowsley maybe. Then the date for Dorothy is gone, but you can see the thickness of that headstone as well. And just over there in the corner, once again we found another of those stones. Those were used for holy water. I think it's known as a balloon stone or balloon stone. We've more headstones just here, and that looks like it would have been maybe part of some sort of memorial, or maybe it was a cross and it's just withered away. Let's see if we can read this one now. This stone belongs to David Codd. Now, I've never read anything like this on a headstone before. So this stone belongs to David Codd. And then it says, here lieth the body of Nicholas Codd, who departed this life April. And unfortunately, oh, there it is, 1759, age 62. Have mercy on his soul. So there we have 1759. So we found a 1722 and now 1759, and look at the way the moss is taken over there, and it is actually quite beautiful. We've all, the walls here completely covered in ivy, and there's two trees actually that are grown right up in through the middle. And that leads us here then, and we've 1, 2, 3, 4 more headstones. And these actually look quite old. And I'm going to bring you in there for a second, but just look at that. Absolutely amazing. The stonework there is gorgeous. And just beside these headstones we have this little window. So the first one here, it says 1868, and this is Codd as well. And there's an 1823. This is Patrick Furlong. We can read this a bit better, 1877, age 78. There's a John Furlong there as well. The date is actually there, but it is completely covered with that moss. So look at the writing and the way January is spelt there, kind of shortened to fit it. But look at the headstone, absolutely gorgeous as well. And one beside it, look at the detail on this one. And we have the crucifixion of our Lord there in the centre, and the sun and the moon on either side. And I think you can see that clear enough without the use of a torch. And look at the writing then underneath it. It looks obviously like it's just been written today. Here lies the body of Margaret Furlong, alias Rossiter, who departed this life September 10th. We have 1788 here, age 72. Also, and there's a wasp, very curious against the camera, so excuse me. Also, William, November 6th, 1795, just there, aged 55. And then there's Eleanor is there as well, but the date is right down at the bottom and I can't see it. Just look at that window. The detail that has gone in here. Now if I do find anything online, I will absolutely put it up. But as I said, the area is called Drinagh. It's just outside Wexford town. But that's all I know of it. But look at that. And you can see just the great work that was done years ago. And I don't know whether it's after kind of sinking over time, but this is, I'm 5'5", and it probably comes in at about 4 or 5, so I have to duck our heads going under. And here we have another headstone, and it's Margaret Doyle in loving memory of her husband Thomas. Who died, he was 54 and he died 1893. And then Margaret Doyle, 1907, age 66. There's nothing else on that one. And I think this is actually, I think this is marble. It's very hard to recognise it in its current state, I suppose. And then we're coming from inside to the ruins of the church. And we're out in this little area where we just read that headstone. We have a little alcove there, another window, and these huge, this is a yew tree. And if we kind of step over the boundary wall, we're outside again. And as I said, that's just empty there. But it brings us around, I suppose, to the back part. So we're way down from the entrance that we walked in. Another yew tree there. We've some iron crosses over there. We've some markers on the ground. But what I want to do now is go just over here. This looks slightly newer. We have like a rail around it, like a chain, and 4 little poles around it. But the writing on this one now looks like it's completely gone. And I don't think it, oh hold on, Thomas it looks like, and it could be Thomas Myrna. I'm going to have to try and get a little bit closer. So Thomas Myrna, April 1961 there, aged 90. And his daughter Ellen died 13th of April 1921, aged just 12. And also her sister, who died young. And it looks like his wife Kate Nee Kelly, 25th of May 1921, aged 52. And deceased members of the Myrna family, rest in peace. So this plot then is belonging to the Myrna family. And you can just see that this little chain goes right around it. And I can see a little iron cross and a stone headstone right between yew trees. And actually hanging out of the yew tree, we've this little decoration like a chain. So I'm going to go in and see if this can be read at all. Now I'm going to unfortunately have to walk over the plot, but I am going to avoid the middle part. So I'm not walking on this grave. This is Walter, 1904, age 71, his son Peter, who was lost at sea about November 1905, age 27, also his wife Elizabeth, 1905, age 68. So Peter Busher was lost at sea. And it says about November 1, 1905. So very sad there for Peter. But glad that we were able to read that headstone. And it's in such a peaceful spot. This is Thomas Gaffney, also his sister Lizzie, 1907, 35 and 43. Lizzie was 43. And we've one just here. Margaret Hayes, 1907, aged just 6. So I'm glad I was able to find Margaret there, rest in peace. And then we have a burial mound, and this is Nicholas Kehoe. He was 69 when he died in 1928. We have a little white cross just there, but there's no writing on that one. And there's the side of the church. So I'm going to bring it right down now to where that tomb is that I saw, and see if we can read anything on that at all. We've another iron one here, Kate Hughes, 1905. We've some more interesting ones up along here, and that one is a nice design. That one at some stage somebody tried to fix it, but unfortunately I don't see anything now to be read. Just age 69 I think, or 60, yeah, 69. So that's really unfortunate. £17.95 on this one, I can see. Here lies the body of Edward, looks like Crewe, £17.95. And this one, this is another one with that lovely design at the top of the crucifixion. This is 17, either 05, see if I can zoom in a bit, or maybe 1795, I'd imagine. Now I'm going to have to get in much closer, so just bear with me a second. Age 31, 1795, and it looks like Margaret Murphy there. And you can see just the design on the back of that headstone there is beautiful, the shape of it. And if I look a little bit closer, it says, of your charity, your prayers are requested for the happy repose of the soul of James Brennan, Sinnettstown, who departed this life 5th of June 1864 in his 85th year of age. May the Almighty God have mercy. Amen. So once again, of your charity, your prayers are requested for the happy repose of the soul of James Brennan. And once again we see those beautiful designs there. So James, you're not forgotten, absolutely not forgotten. And I hope you are resting in peace, along with all of those that are here in this graveyard. So we'll go along this way. That is quite overgrown there. You can see a number of those iron crosses. This one here, unfortunately nothing to be read on that, and we've a few more there of those iron crosses. This is the soul of Richard Deverix, who departed his life the 1st of November 1855, aged 85, and his wife Catherine Deverix, who departed his life 1829, aged 83. So we've gone through there and back around, and we've come now. I'm going to show you first, just look at this area here. It is absolutely beautiful. You can hear the birds. The rain has done me a huge favour today and cleared away. Just there is the lake. Actually, I'm not sure whether it's a lake or a river, but it flows along there anyway, and you can see the beautiful colours of autumn. And we've all the leaves, you can see the colours there, absolutely beautiful. And a lot of markers just there, and some mounds as well. I'm not sure the picture or the photo or the, it'll pick it up very well, but there is a number of them there, and actually all the way up. You might be able to pick that up now. We've quite a significant one here, and you can see that, I'm sure, on the camera. So we'll have a look at this tomb, and I believe the correct name for these is chest tomb. So it'll be interesting to see if I can read anything on it. There does seem to be some names on it, but I don't know how much we'll be able to read. And if you actually look here, I've just discovered this huge opening. Now I don't think there's going to be anything in here, but it actually goes down probably about, must be 10-foot drop down there. But we can just see someone has left rubbish obviously in there, but there's, I suppose, the stones from the side are in there as well. But quite amazing. Now I can't make out anything here. I might go around the other side. No, there is writing there, but it's just impossible to read. No, and there's nothing else here at all, no date or anything, which is a pity. But I just wonder, is that maybe someone at some stage has actually placed aside on that, and now again it has fallen. The lovely white cross here, and then just look at that. This is actually iron, but the detail alone on that is something else. And that is, yeah, that is iron. And it's just amazing, but I'm actually not sure where that one has come from. I can see 1909 on that one, and it's Catherine. But unfortunately, as I said, I don't know where the base of that one is. As this is Catherine Duggan, 29th of June 1909, erected by her husband. But that there actually is quite amazing. So I'm going to walk back up along. And with that being said, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment, and don't forget to hit the notification bell, because it does help the channel out a lot. And just thanks for all your kind comments. I love reading them, and I try to reply as much as I can. But for now, take care, God bless, and I'll talk to you soon.